There's something indecent about getting a video game for free. Should I really be allowed to have so much fun without shelling out a dime? Aren't I taking food from a developer's mouth? These are the thoughts that go through my head before I download a game. And after? Well, I'm too focused on having fun to care about what's going on behind the scenes. Just like last month, there are 2 free games per Sony platform for those who subscribe to PlayStation Plus. And the highlight is none other than Towerfall Ascension. You may remember earlier this year when some people proclaimed that the best T-Fall game on March 11th was Ascension instead of that heavily hyped Titanfall. And you know what? They were spot on. If you have a couple of friends and a hankering for Aero Genocide, look no further than this competitive darling. The other PS4 game is Strider. Now this is a modern revamp of the sword-slashing adventure from years ago. And it's ninja-rific, to coin a terrible word. But here's a little backstory that may interest you. Amazon, that omnipresent online retailer, was so taken by Double Helix's work on Strider and Killer Instinct that they purchased them. Don't you want to see what all the fuss is about? Let's just go back one generation to the PS3. There was a time when killing zombies meant lining up a brutal headshot. And then along came Dead Space, and we realized how fun eviscerating other body parts could be. Well, Dead Space 3 took that idea one step further, borrowing from another Dead-themed game, Dead Rising. In Dead Space 3, you could construct your own instruments of death. So even though this might be the last game in the franchise, it's still worth playing, especially for free. Vessel, well, I'm not quite as interested in Vessel. Sure, it's a puzzle platformer, which seemed to dominate my free time, but there's just something that kept me from enjoying this water-themed adventure. I always felt slightly lost, fumbling from one location to another and lucking my way to solutions. A lot of people did enjoy it though, so maybe I'm just wrong. Finally, we move on to the Vita. Sure, not many people own this wonderful system, but that's not for lack of excellent games. Muramasa Rebirth is the best of the two being given away. This smooth, stylish adventure debuted what seems like a decade ago on the Wii, and looks and plays better than ever in this update. It's certainly one to clear some time for. And the last game is Doki Doki Universe. This is a weird one if you couldn't tell from the name. It's made by the guy who made ToeJam and Earl, so you know it's funny, and has this quirky personality test that peered a little too deeply into my soul. That wraps up July's releases. If you're like me, you're impressed by how many great games there are, and slightly disappointed that you already bought so many. Oh well, I'm always glad that others are going to discover something special.